Hey guys, what's up? It's Jalen here from T-Bring Infinity, and doing a video that I'm so sorry took so long to make. I really apologize. It's just been schools, and other things in my life have gotten control of me, but I'm still gonna try and spit off you content here and there. And also, thank you so much. We are so close to 400 subscribers, which is so great. Thank you all for your support, and I want to make a special announcement. When we do reach 400 subscribers, immediately on Saturday during the Saturday Night live stream, shall be the entire live stream is not going to be premised on this, but it will be a thank you to 400 subs, and we will be answering any questions of anyone on the live stream, any question about ourselves, buddy fight, and we will try and get as many teammates as possible, as in all 5 of us, or 6 being Caden, but he would be with CJ if CJ attends the live stream. But either way, thank you so much for getting us to nearly 400 subscribers as of this video. But we have 400 by after this video. Thank you so much. But here's a video that you guys didn't were expecting, but kind of threw it off because a lot of things were happening. So I'm glad to bring you the top 5 best Katana World cards of Team Burning Infinity's Burning Top 5. Now, without further ado, let's get on to number 5. Number 5 is 5 Heavenly Swords Onimaru. Onimaru is a really good card that came in set 3 for Katana World. It is a weapon 6/3. Equip cost is pay 1 gauge, and it has a special ability where you put the top 2 cards of your deck into its soul. It's actually probably the first item to include having soul for it, so it's pretty interesting in that part. But what makes this thing shine is its stats, and also the ability only allows you to attack 3 times with it, that being every time after a turn it's attacked, then you either destroy it or you have to release a card from its soul. So once you get rid of 2 soul, you only have 1 more attack left, and then if you do, then you lose the card. But with 3 attacks that can either have 6,000 power and 3 crit, or do one or the other of either purpose you need it for, it's a really great card for a single 1 gauge. And being just kind of that guy, you can use it in a really good item-based deck, such as Devlon's item-based ninjas, or Jake, who now has Skull Warriors because Joey sold his Skull Warriors to Jake. Jake's Skull Warriors, when you can drop a size 1 or less for a return from Underworld. Now I'm glad to bring you number 4. Electron Ninja Shiden, a really powerful card in the ninja variant. Pretty much, this card has an act. Cyber Analyze, you get to discard 1 ninja arts and pay a gauge, and then you get to draw 2 cards from the top of your deck. Now, this card is absolutely amazing for a ninja deck because just allowing you to get rid of probably a dead card such as an Art of Body Replacement or a Clear Serenity you will not need or something of the sorts, you can easily get rid of those cards and get 2 more. Shiden is definitely one of the greatest cards in ninjas and why he made it on the list. But the problem is he's a ninja-based card, so it's not like you can throw him in a hybrid variant or something else in Katana World. So he's kind of limited in only being useful in a ninja deck, but you can still use him in something else if you really need that draw power. On to number 3. Evil and Heart Yamagitsune. Now, there's not much to say about this card because it's only it's a Skull Warrior based draw power similar to Shiden, but instead of drawing 2, you draw 1, and his ability is to Darkness. When a Skull Warrior, even including himself, deals damage to your opponent, you may send it to the drop zone, not destroy, so you cannot combo this with Gepikagiri, and you get to draw a card if you send the Skull Warrior to the drop zone. Now, this, of course, is a really great ability because, say you go for things such as a simple play of going for a Yamagitsune, I don't know, maybe you're that lucky guy, you got 3 gauge, you go triple Yamagitsune, then you link attack for 6 at your opponent's center. Now, imagine you have a card such as Demon Waste Sakura Fubuki. This card, when you pay 2 life, you get to nullify a spell. So, what you can do is link attack for 6, they're going to probably try and block that. You can Sakura Ibuki, pay 2 life. Then you can draw 3 of all 3 Yamagitsunes go into the drop and deal 6 damage to your opponent. Now that's a really lousy play and not really prominent of drawing it, but if you get to draw 3 cards afterwards, I'd say go for it. Otherwise, I do not advise you to go for such a play like that. But anyway, let's get on to number 2. Number 2 is the set spells, Shinobi Scrolls. Shinobi Scrolls is an absolutely amazing set spell. What it does is it allows you to set it for free, and it has an ability, you pay 1 gauge, and then you put a card in your hand into the soul of Shinobi Scrolls. And then you are able to, once you've done paying that gauge and putting the card in the soul, you may draw 1 card. So it pretty much eliminates your charge and draw and puts 1 card in your hand into the soul. Now, one thing about it is you're able to activate or use any of the cards in its soul when you need to. So say you put a monster such as, I don't know, Nanomachine Ninja Sugikage. So then if you put him in the soul and pay a gauge, and then you're able to draw a card. And then you can call the Sugikage from the soul of Shinobi Scrolls. So Shinobi Scrolls can prove to be a powerful asset since it's similar to being a second hand and can get you more cards in your, well, regular hand. So this card is absolutely amazing in any Katana World deck. I recommend running any if you can. This card is absolutely, I think, necessary to get enough draw power in your deck. With ninjas and, just as the previous cards I've said, Shiden and Samigitane being your monster draw power, this is definitely a really great set spell draw power. So this allows any deck of any sort in Katana World in order to have some draws so they can get to their cards, which is a really great thing. And the final most powerful card in all of Katana World is, you guessed it, Secret Sword Lethal Formation. Now, I know what you're all saying. Why isn't Star Crusher on the list? Because if I put just Star Crusher, that eliminates the other ones. The other ones may not be amazing, but you know what card makes them all useful? Lethal Formation. Lethal Formation is the key card to activate any of the other secret swords, such as Shooting Star, Moonfang, and of course your obligatory Star Crusher. So all these cards are not useful unless you have Lethal Formation, which is why Lethal Formation is truly the best card in Katana World. If you do not know, Lethal Formation is a free impact, but you set it. Not like other impacts, but what you do is you put in a secret sword impact from your hand, deck, or drop zone into its soul. So then you're able to pay 3 gauge for either a Shooting Star, Moonfang, or Star Crusher. So any of these cards are pretty much really good against pretty much most of the decks right now. Shooting Star is more useful because now weapons are becoming more used in every single world. Let's see, Legend World, we've got Dungeon World, we've got Danger World, we've got Dragon World. All these worlds nowadays, most decks that are run for it do run weapons. The only ones that usually don't are Ancient World, but pretty much every world runs a weapon nowadays. So this card is, Shooting Star is absolutely useful. Moonfang isn't as useful because the only prominent impacts are ones that cannot be nullified, but you can still do 3 damage. So that whole ruling where you can do the 3 damage first and then you'll probably win the game if they are at 3 or less life. So there's some usefulness to Moonfang, but of course the most prominent and greatest one is Star Crusher, allowing you to negate any spell and you deal 3 damage. So that's the top 5 for you guys. Hope you guys like this video. Subscribe to Team Burning Infinity and stick around for more Buddy Fight content. And remember to comment down below what you want to see in the next Burning Top 5 from me or Joey or any of the other team members that can possibly do the series. So see you guys later. Joey going out.